So really quickly, we're just going to play a short video that we put together, more about the experience that we had with filmmaking, teaching filmmaking, but also kind of introducing the non-profit organization that we're putting together to teach filmmaking to students in developing countries and especially in Rwanda. So, yeah. I'll turn off the lights.
Why are you interested in film?
I have many stories I want to show, to tell people through films about how bad justice is, and especially in Rwanda, as my country. There are people who need justice. So I want to show, especially politics, politicians. Because I'm not a politician, but I can tell the truth through films. Cuts.
Okay, so and then actually after we speak, we're going to just show one of the films that they created.
Thank you. So where to begin? I got to Rwanda a week after Julia had been there, and the first thing we did was go out to lunch, and Julia right away tells me, so I have this idea to start a nonprofit. It's company called Honest Voices, so instantly I knew we were going to be working really hard, but also having a good time, and it was amazing. I was there for 5 weeks, Julia was there for 3 months, but during those 5 weeks we got 4 films done, and we were both traveling before we got to Rwanda, so it was really hard to get in touch. So we had no expectations, little expectations about who we were going to teach, where we were going to teach, and the level of knowledge and skill that our students were going to have. But it turned out to be okay because we had similar philosophies going into this, and I think we had similar goals. As a film major here and as a film minor, we both sort of had the same experience in learning and in making films here at Oxy. So that helped us a lot. So we were kind of in sync the whole time. We knew we wanted to show more than Hollywood mainstream films. We wanted, before we went into technical stuff, how to shoot a movie, how to edit it, etc., we wanted to give them a broad knowledge of film history. We wanted to give them knowledge of film theory, of film ethics, and how film and all arts really don't exist in a vacuum, and they're really influenced by your country, political, economic, cultural, etc. situations. So we wanted to make sure that they got that before we went into filmmaking or technical stuff. So we started with teaching them film history. We covered movements like French cinema, Italian realism, Brazilian cinema novo, and we also wanted to learn about their own experiences in film. And it turned out that making them do a 10-minute film was going to be a huge challenge for them because they're used to 2.5-hour films. I asked a question once in class. We were talking about writing a script and how most scripts are from 90 pages to 120 because each page represents a minute in film. And one of them raised their hands and said, well, what about the film Lost? Or what about the film 24? How many pages was that script? So it was really refreshing for us to hear how notions of film were so different somewhere else. And so we were constantly bouncing ideas of what film means to us, back and forth. So Julia and I got to learn just as much as they did. Another challenge that was tough to overcome was their thought of, to make a movie you need thousands and thousands of dollars. So you would find these students would have all these ideas, but were scared of going forward making them because they didn't have the economic funds, which is true to a certain level, but also I think a huge lesson they learned when we were making films with them was that you don't necessarily need thousands of dollars to make a movie. You just, you can do it, if you're creative, you can do it in many different ways. And I think that lesson was really, really important for them. So what we did was, we got there, we had 25 students from ages 18 to 35, yeah. And we split them up into 4 groups. Each had a writer, a director, cinematographer, production designer, and a producer. And there were 3 fiction films and 1 documentary. And so we structured our classes first, film history, film theory, and then writing. We taught them how to write a script. This was also tough for them to start writing in the specific format of a script. We had to tell them, you write what you see, and also they didn't have access to programs like we do, like Celtic, for example, or computers, so it was pretty tough for them to write a script, but we helped them with our own laptops, and they helped each other with their computers. So they learned a great deal. And then cinematography, we would give examples on that TV you saw. We used the same room as Anahid. And we had our own laptops. We'd screen films on our laptops, and we all, had to squeeze. Yeah. And the best part about it was just to see how serious they took it. They took it so seriously, and they were so passionate about filmmaking that they spent all their days thinking about preparing for the next class. And that was amazing to see. They didn't waste a second of their class. They were always ready and enthusiastic about making films and asked hundreds of questions, which was amazing. And at the end, I was so proud of them. We got the opportunity to screen our movies in a restaurant, which had an amazing buffet.
We went every Friday.
Yeah.